At sabihin mo sa kanya, makinig ka. Do you like our topic today?
Yes.
I love our topic today kasi medyo controversial ito. Diba? Ang hirap pagsamahin ng pera at spirituality at religion. But I'm thankful to God that God has blessed Brother Bo wisdom, that he has been teaching about this ever since. And I'm one testimony about that. I have improved my finances and improved my life because of these kinds of teaching. So do you like these kinds of teaching about finances?
Yes.
Kasi nga, ang nakikita kong isang problema is that Filipinos are predisposed to money negatively. Would you agree? Medyo may negative connotation tayo pagdating sa pera. Pansinin mo yung mga telenovela na pinapanood natin. Diba? Ano ang usual plot ng telenovela? Merong mayaman na kontrabida, na makapangyarihan, at ang bida, mahirap. Tapos yung mayaman na kontrabida, anong gagawin niya sa bida? Aapihin niya. Hanggang sa magdusa. Tapos tayo tuwa kapag yung mahirap, nagra-rise up, ganyan, makakabawi, makakapaghiganti. Diba? It's entertaining to watch, but I believe it deposits wrong connotations in us about money. May subconscious tayong na-inherit. That's why some people have toxic relationship with money. Diba? Quick question and survey. Ito, tatanungin ko sa inyo. Sino dito ang gustong mas dumami ang pera niya at mas yumaman siya? Diba yung mga hindi nagtaas ng kamay? Sa inyo maminihingi. Diba? We all know we want it. At sino dito, I'm sure, gagamitin yung pera niya para sa kabutihan, para tumulong, para mas maging maganda yung buhay ng pamilya niya. Diba lahat tayo? Pero a lot of us consciously want it, but subconsciously reject it. That's the toxic money habit. Because minsan, hindi lang yung prevailing culture, minsan even the way we were raised by the adults in the family. Classic example, di ba? May kapitbahay kayo. Maganda yung bahay. Maganda yung kotse. Pag dumaan, ano sasabihin? Ay, ano ba yan? Yabang-yabang. Dumaan lang naman sila. Ano ginawa sa'yo? Diba? Tapos yung mayaman ng kapitbahay, maganda yung ari-arian, nag-invite ng party. O tingnan mo, Mars, magpapaparty pa. Ano yun? Para mamatay tayo sa inggit sa loob? Papakita pa niya kung anong laman, di ba? Nakukuha niya. So it's depositing a negative mindset. And I love the story Brother Bo was sharing earlier because if you get involved in ministry, I also was able to sleep with poor people na family of 5, pinagkakasya yung 100 pesos para sa pakainin. So binibili na isang sardinas, isang noodles, 2 kilong kanin. Pag nabili sa ulam, toyo at asin. So sabi ko, wala akong pera dito. At pag binigyan mo ng pera to, that's money for good. Tama? Diba? And whom among you here are blessed by the feast? Asan ka man? Diba? Would you want to say that would you want na gusto mong merong feast? Hanggang sa magiging anak mo, may feast siya.
Yes.
And frankly, I'll tell you this costs a lot. To operate this, to build another feast in another location, to create an international feast. Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
So money can be used. So here's one thing that we want to address today. Money is not evil. Money is not bad. Money is neutral. Money is a tool. It can be used for the good. Tingin sa katabi, sabihin mo sa kanya, gamitin mo na ang pera mo para sa good. For the good daw. James 1 chapter 17 says, every good and perfect gift is from God. It comes down from the Father. So let's move on. Dahil na-clear na natin yung issue about money being bad, let's go back to the roots of the abundance God has created. So pag tinanong ko kayo ngayon, etong tanong na to, does God want you to be financially abundant? What is your answer?
Yes.
Very good. Kasi yun naman talaga. And kung nakita natin, I love our deep dive. Before, di ba, nagpalalim tayo sa Genesis and yung creation story in our previous series. So, balikan natin. Genesis chapter 9, 1, verses 29 to 30. Ang sabi doon, then God said, look, I have given you every seed-bearing plant throughout the earth, and all the fruit trees for your food. And I have given every green plant for all the wild animals, the birds in the sky, and the small animals that scurry along the ground. Everything that has life. So creation pa lang. Napansin nyo? Modern day translation, kung bibigyan ka ni Lord ng food, hindi lang bibigyan ka niya, itong vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, para hindi ka magsawa. Pero yan lang, ha? Anong sinabi doon? Every fruit tree. Abundance. Modern day equivalent, parang buffet. Diba? At hindi lang ikaw, pati yung pets mo meron. Kasi you take care of the animals, meron din doon, diba? Do you find that amazing? Tingin sa katabi, sabi ko sa kanya, amazing. But I want to share with you something more amazing. Because that was already day 4 or day 4 na yun of creation. Around day 1 to day 3, if you remember the creation story. Diba day 1, the earth was formless and void. There was chaos. Before abundance happened, I'd like to share that there was a setup. Can you say that word, setup?
Set up.
May setup na nangyari para yung abundance ni Lord magkatotoo. Diba? Day 1, nag-set up siya. Let there be light. So, separated light and darkness. Diba? What happened next? Day 2, waters from above were separated from waters from below. Dry land rises to separate land from the water. Boundaries were created. Diba? At the end of the third day, when these boundaries are created, doon na nagsimula yung kanina na sinabing, ito yung nangyari. Genesis chapter 1, verse 11 to 12. Patapos na yung day 3. Then God said, let the land sprout with vegetation, every sort of seed-bearing plant, and trees that grow, seed-bearing fruit. These seeds will then produce the kinds of plants and trees from which they came. And that is what happened. Nakuha nyo? Before the abundance happened, naset mo na order. Light was separated from dark. Water above from water below. Land from water. Nakukuha nyo? Tapos after that initial, the following day, night and day was created. After that, the seasons. After that was created, anong next na ginawa ni Lord? Fish of the sea. Dumami na. Tapos animals. Nakukuha nyo ba yung point? Talaga? Diba? May setup, may order, may scenario. So what does this mean for us? After that, tsaka pa lang niya ginawa yung Eden. At nilagay niya yung tao doon, Genesis. Ayan, tingnan natin ha. Genesis chapter 2, verse 15 to 17. Ang sabi doon, the Lord God placed the man in the Garden of Eden to tend and watch over it. But the Lord God warned him, you may freely eat the fruit of every tree in the garden, except the tree of the knowledge and good and evil. If you eat its fruit, you are sure to die. Familiar kayo sa verse na to?
Mm-hmm.
Let's put it in the context of finances now. I believe that if you want abundance, it will be within the boundaries and rules of God. Konya. Konya. Palipakan natin sila. Kasi sometimes ang thinking natin, ay abundance, lahat ng pera na kailangan ko, sobrang dami, hindi ko na alam gagawin. Walang rules yun. Walang boundaries yun. But now, God is teaching you that within a certain boundary, you can experience abundance. And this is revolutionary because it means, in what financial setup you have now, in whatever financial setup right now, you can enjoy abundance. Do you agree? That's what we'll talk about today. So, let's move forward. 3 practical tips to financial abundance. Are you ready? Very, very simple tips. Number 1, spend within your means. Kuha. Sino dito ang narinig na ito? I'm sure narinig nyo na yan. O sige, I will test, ha? Kung marunong kayo. Very, very quick survey. Would you pay 30,000 pesos for something that costs 10,000 pesos? Good deal, bad deal?
Bad.
Nasa kamay? Good deal? 30,000 pesos yung would you pay, sorry, baliktad. Sorry. Would you pay 30,000 pesos for something that costs 10,000? Tama ba? Tama yung nasabi ko, no? Would you pay?
No.
No. Sasabihin ko na JB, lugi. Diba 30,000? 30,000, 10,000 lang na may item. But let me shock you with the reality. I get a lot of this from TikTok because I'm a content creator about finances also. Why are so many people just paying the minimum amount in their credit card due? Do you know that if you have a 10,000 peso credit card balance and you pay just the minimum every single month, you end up paying 30,000 almost for a span of a long time to settle that debt? Ako nyo? And sometimes the balance is not just 10,000. Some people message me are nasa 100,000, iba millions, and they're not lacking sleep already. So are you getting my point? Sometimes the simple boundary of living within month's means must not be neglected. Otherwise, abundance cannot happen. Luke chapter 16, verse 10 to 11 says this. Ang sabi doon, if you are faithful in little things, you will be faithful in large ones. But if you are dishonest in little things, you won't be honest with greater responsibilities. And if you are untrustworthy about worldly wealth, who will trust you with true riches of heaven? So yun lang, mga kapatid. Very simple. Minsan kasi, pag nag-iisip tayo, ang solusyon lagi sa problema ng pera, ay problema ng pera yan. Pera din solusyon. So, minsan, dumadaan tayo sa utang. Sige na, utang. So, ang basic guideline, kapag hindi mo pa kayang bilihin, at hindi mo pa kayang bayaran, huwag iutang. Nakuha niyo? I'm not talking about bad debt, ha? I'm not talking about good debt because some businesses need financing. That's a different matter. But what I'm talking about is personal consumer debt. Kung bibili ka ng magagandang mga gamit, tapos iuutang mo naman, wag. Tingin sa katabi, sabihin sa kanya, wag. So talking about boundaries and guidelines, so what do we do? The very simple thing to do is have a budget. Can you say that word with me? Budget. I'm sure it's not something new. Narinig nyo na yan. Budget, di ba? Kasi ang nakita ko rin, maraming tao ayaw mag-budget. Bakit? Kasi sasabihin, Brother JB, ayoko na mag-budget kasi hirap na ako sa work. Kung utusan nila ako, ito na lang, deserve ko to. Na magpakasaya. Hindi masama yun. Mamaya we will address that. But it has to be within the confines of a good boundary. Otherwise, di ba, parang si Adam and Eve, nung lumabas sa boundary ng Eden, ano nangyari? Desert. Di ba? So parang tayo pag sweldo nasa garden, di ba? Pagkatapos ng sweldo 2 days before, desert na agad. Ayaw ni Lord ng ganon. Gusto ni Lord nasa garden ka lagi. Nakukuha nyo? So one very simple tip is a budget. And if you want to start somewhere, this is very simple. Brother ko has an entire book about this. It's called The Abundance Formula. Pwede kayong kumuha ng copy sa book table. He also has another book, 8 Secrets of the Truly Rich. So bilihin nyo yun. Kung hindi nyo pa nababasa, it's a very good book. So very simple, divide it. Pagpasok mong sweldo mo, 100%, 10% ibigay kay Lord. 20%, ito mahalaga. Even experts would say this, you need to save at least 20% for your older age. Because the time will come, you will not have the capacity to work. Kapag wala kang proper investment and ipon for your retirement, ang mangyayari sa'yo, you will end up needing financial help from others. And I'm sure none of you will raise their hands na gusto ko pagtanda ko, manghihingi ako sa iba. Walang ganun, di ba? Ayaw natin lahat yun. But why does it happen? Because a simple boundary was not created. In fact, most people don't even have a boundary. So pagdating ng pera, yay, pera! Kung saan pupunta, wala na. So simple boundary, establish it. 20%. Assuming you invested correctly, if you need investment guidelines, Brother Bo has a Truly Rich Club, so you can join that. And the next is, you just use 70% for your living expenses, yung day-to-day. Kami mag-asawa, sinimulan namin itong gawin nung bagong kasal kami. Kasi ako, alam ko na siya, pero nasa back of my mind lang. Pero asawa ko, disiplina talaga. So every single month, when the salary would come, uupo kami sa dinner table. Tapos ilalatag namin, winidraw mo ba yung sweldo mo? Winidraw mo ba yung sweldo ko? Ilalatag namin doon. Separate kami sa mga envelope. Hanggang masanay kami mag-budget. Kasi ang nangyayari, kapag nasa bank account mo lang, at sama-sama yung pera, pag may gusto kang bilhin sa Shopee, 500, nakita mo yung bank account mo, 25,000 pa, Shopee! Kuha mo? Pero nagsimula kami mag-envelope, ay, wala pala tayong budget para sa online shopping. Kasi nakahiwalay baby, tights, bahay, kuryente. It is set order. So much order that one day, I was going to the grocery. Alam yung grocery, di ba? Nag-check out ka. Tit, tit. Dala ko yung grocery envelope. Tumataas na yung presyo ng mga grocery. Tinignan ko laman ng envelope. Tumataas na rin yung tibok ng puso ko. Lalagpas! So anong sabi ko? Sinong mag-a-adjust? Tinatanong ko yung cart. Sinong mag-a-adjust? Hindi sumagot yung cart. Binawasan ko na naman. Balik ako dun sa envelope. Well, some of you might say, ang impractical naman nun, di ba, Brother JB? If you use credit card, may convenience, ganyan. I'm all for that if you know how to use the tool. Now, we have already transitioned. Naka-online bank account na lahat yung mga envelopes namin. But that particular habit that we did for 2 years taught us na pag yung pera pala, physical mong hawak, mas ayaw mong pakawalan. Kasi nakikita mo kumukonti eh. Eh pag credit card mo, kasi hindi mo nakita kumonti yung bank account mo eh. Dadating na lang yung bill mo, boom. Hindi pala ako. Ba't ko ba sinwipe yung, di ba? So ganon. So for the 70%, an additional tip is this. Kasi, let's address the controversial din. Kasi, sinasabi ng iba, di ba, nadidemonize yung mga bagay sa social media. Sinong mahilig sa milk tea? Taas ang kamay. Tingnan mo, takot sila magtaas ng kamay kasi madjudge sila dito. There's some people who say, hindi ka na milk tea. Kung binigay mo yan sa nangangailangan, may nabusog na. Eh, ikaw naman, nangangailangan din ako. Nangangailangan ako ng milk tea. Diba? So is it wrong to spend for things like that? Or it could be in the form of a designer clothes. Diba? Kung sila, naku, puro branded, ang luho niyan. Is it wrong to spend for things like that? What is your answer? Wrong. The correct answer is?
It depends.
It depends. It depends. If it's being spent outside the boundary of living within your means, ibig sabihin, inutang mo, swinipe mo, at di mo naman kaya bayaran, just to have it, then you will not experience abundance. Pero kung yung within the 70% mo, nakapagbigay ka kay Lord, nakapag-save ka for your retirement, nakapag-provide ka sa family mo, tapos may content extra for you to enjoy within the boundary, that's allowed. Kuha nyo. That's why I'm saying earlier that you can enjoy abundance in any state financially if you have the right boundaries. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
Diba? So, added tip ka sa 70%, kung hatiin mo, kung gusto mo ng guideline, 50% for your needs, 20% for your wants. So, travel is not wrong. Luxury items are not wrong. Because I know some people who are rich and well-off, nagigilty sila kasi feeling nila, napaka-worldly naman ito, bibili ako ng branded. Pero kung kaya talaga dun sa 100% mo, tapos you're helping the feast naman, you're giving a lot. What's stopping you from doing that? Because it has been demonized by society. Are you getting my point here? So it is within the boundary. So the guideline is, it's okay to spend for both of your needs and your wants. The key is having a budget so you can allocate for both. Kuha po? Are you learning so far?
Yes.
Eh, iba na yan. Mamaya, pagpasok na sa cart niya, mag-delete na yan. Eh. So, number 2 is this. Support others sustainably. I'm sharing about this because in my journey of guiding people in their finances, I have met so many breadwinners. Breadwinners, raise your hands. Diba? Breadwinners to our own families, breadwinners to our siblings, breadwinners to our parents. Nakuha nyo? And sometimes it's causing relationship problems along the way. Dahil nga, challenge talaga yan sa pera. I had this person that I helped one time. Her name is Anne. She's 35 years old. She's quite successful already because nakabili na siya ng condo niya, age 35. She's living alone. Tapos, corporate job, maganda na yung role niya. She's earning about 80,000 pesos a month. Tapos, when I asked her, so how much do you spend in a month para dun sa sarili mo, para mabuhay ka? Nag-compute siya, mga around 15,000 lang po. So, 80,000 pesos income, 15,000 ang nagagastos. Is she in a good financial situation?
Yes.
What would you say? Given that data. Sa tingin nyo, 80 ang sweldo niya, 15 lang nagagastos niya in a month. Is that a good standing? Ba't di kayo makasagot? Ba't di kayo sure? Yes, di ba? But I was shocked when she continued sharing. But, so I was asking her, so bakit ka lumapit sa akin? Okay ka naman pala. Sabi niya kasi ano po I have 3 credit cards maxed out. And I have a salary loan that I have to pay. O sabi ko, saan galing yun? O see, we dug deeper to the details. I brought out my template. By the way, I do this professionally. So, lista kami. Monthly cash flow ang unang check eh. So parang ano yan di ba? Paano ma-check kung okay yung health mo? Pag may lagnat ka, ibig sabihin may something wrong. Ganun din po yun. Check nyo yung monthly cash flow nyo. Pag kadalasan yan, may negative. Ay, medyo may lagnat ka financially. Anong second indicator for financial check? Net worth. Is your net worth? Minsan kasi magne-negative ang cash flow, lalo na pag businessman. Pero may mga peak. So magpa-positive and increasing net worth. Pero kung yung net worth mo, pababa, cash flow mo, negative, hindi ka lang may lagnat niyan. ICU ka niyan financially. So think about it right now if you're in that position. So, ganon. So sabi ko, bakit ganito? So, nilista niya, breadwinner pala siya ng magulang niya. So, ang daming gasto sa bahay, may sarili siyang bahay, pero siya nagre-renta para sa magulang niya, medical, the works. So, in total, she's spending more than she's earning. That's why na-max out ito. So, we did our strategies kung paano babayaran. Sabi ko, ano bang pwede tipirin mo sa 15,000 pesos na para sa'yo? Parang wala na, yan na talaga yan. Hindi rin naman siya maluho. It changed my mindset. Akala ko kasi dati, lahat ng mga baon sa utang, maluluho. Yung iba pa ng mga tao, sobra lang talagang mapagmahal at tumulong sa pamilya. And it's not wrong. I want you to be able to help your families. That's why we're talking about finances. Because if you're good in your finances, I'm sure your family will feel it, di ba? So yun, sabi ko sa kanya, at this rate, I'll tell you straight, mataas yung chance na tatanda ka, naaasa ka sa iba if you continue doing this because this is something that's not sustainable. So medyo natulala siya. Sabi niya, anong gagawin? Kasi sinabi niya sa akin itong verse na to, 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 8, ang sabi doon, but if anyone does not provide for his own, and especially for those of his household, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. Oo naman. Sinong naniniwala na dapat tulungan natin ang ating mga magulang at ang mga kamag-anak? Tama, ako din. I've been a breadwinner to my mom ever since I graduated from school. But I also want to teach you this, that sustainability is also present in God's design. Nakita niyo dun sa creation story, a fruit will have a seed. And that seed can bear more fruits if planted and nurtured well. If we do our finances not aligned to that design, diba? Providing for your family by means of utang is just like giving out fruit that you have not yet harvested and grown. So what happens? Abundance will not happen. Nakuha nyo? Kuha nyo po? Which leads me to my third tip. But before my third tip, ito lang, isang napagandang tip na nakuha namin, extra tip. Diba? Hindi naman natin maiwasan na may mga kamag-anak, may mga hihingi ng tulong sa atin financially. Diba? At dahil mabubuti kayong tao, alam ko, gusto nyo tumulong by default. Tama? Diba? Pero, sino makakapagsabi dito na minsan ang nangyari din, when someone borrows money from you, the reality is, sometimes, it does not come back. Diba? That's for my new shoes. That's for the tuition of my child. And I didn't it. So what you do, napakagandang tip ng ninong at ninang namin, is that when someone borrows, for example, 30,000, that person needs 30,000. Don't give the entire amount. If you can't, but if you can, then give. Only give the money that you are willing to lose. Nakuha niyo? Nakuha niyo? So if someone comes to us, my wife and I, the person needs 30,000, we will look at our envelope. We have a charity envelope. So whenever it's a dole-out envelope, any person that needs help, we get it. So what we do, 30,000, oh, here's 3,000 pesos. This is yours already. It blesses both of you. First and foremost, you will have the peace that even if that money is not returned, your relationship will not suffer. Diba? Hindi mo siya sisingilin araw-araw. Diba? Walang emotional damage. Diba? Dahil magsasalita. Huwag niyo? And at the same time, it blesses the person because the person will say, wow, thank you. This is something that I don't have to pay for anymore. Thank you so much. Simple thing. Diba? You must help others sustainably. I'm not saying don't help. Eventually, we want to be at a greater sustainability circle so that you could help more. But at the same time, kuha po. Tip number 3 is this. Seek help when needed. Because in my coaching around 100 plus people na siguro in their finances, one-on-one, I realized this, not all money problems are money problems. Sometimes they are conversation problems or pride problems. Let's go back to Anne's story, the breadwinner to the parents. In our talk, she has 4 siblings pala. 4 siblings. Siya yung bunso. Because she's the youngest, the other siblings have already had their own families. That's why they stop supporting the parents. So naturally, culture ng Pinoy yan, di ba? Panganay sasabihin niya,